It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey.
He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the 49ers and the Bengals.
All that and more coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his fourth season now out of LSU.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Ray McCloud to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey, and taken down just shy of the 40. So this game of our Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but two teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Shifts past him at the 45. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Geez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throw.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First down. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now it's Burrow. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at.
Touchdown Bengals! Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Purdy now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Purdy, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Touchdown! Jawan Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He's got Smith here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Geno Smith responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Isaiah Pacheco, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A gain there of 30 big ones.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! T. Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field, they'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Mitchell now off the option. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A throw over the middle, taken in. So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Working the middle here, that's complete to Sample, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns, 2:15 remaining. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That is caught, and he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And this is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. Throwing, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
11 more yards. That's up.
Purdy to throw.
1st down.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Purdy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Here's 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Purdy.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Mix it up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy to throw.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.